Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Study Hub Sri Lanka. In today's explainer, we're going to tackle something that I know every student struggles with, making a study schedule that you will actually stick to. So let's get right into it.
Okay, let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. Have you ever spent a whole afternoon making the most beautiful, color-coded timetable, with different highlighters for each subject, only to look at it once and then completely forget it exists?
If you're nodding your head right now, don't worry, you are definitely not alone. The issue isn't that you're lazy or undisciplined. No, the problem is usually the plan itself. Most of these rigid timetables are just not built for real life. So today, we're going to fix that and build a plan that actually works for you. Right, so step one, you need to know yourself. Before we even think about writing down subjects and times, we have to understand our own unique study style. You see, a schedule that's perfect for your friend might be a total disaster for you. It all has to start with being a little bit honest about how you work best. First thing to ask yourself is, are you a morning person or a night owl? And listen, there is no right or wrong answer here. If your brain feels fresh and ready to go in the morning, that's your golden time. Use it for subjects that need a lot of memory work, like biology or history. But if you're someone who gets their best ideas late at night when the house is quiet, then that's the perfect time to tackle difficult problems in subjects like math or physics. The most important thing is figuring out when your brain is at its peak. Next, let's get realistic about the time you actually have. Before you schedule even one study session, you have to block out all your fixed commitments. I'm talking about your class times, your travel, your meals, and please, your sleep. Don't try to be a hero and cut down on sleep. You need 7 to 9 hours for your brain to work properly. Also block out family time and personal time. What's left over? That is your true study window. Okay, great. Now that we know ourselves a little better, we can move on to step 2, which is building your weekly schedule. And notice I said weekly, okay? We're not making a super strict hour-by-hour plan. Think of this more like a flexible map for your week, giving you some structure without making you feel trapped. Now here's a really cool little trick to make sure you're not just studying your favorite subjects. It's called the 3-2-1 method. It's simple. You pick your 3 most difficult subjects, 2 subjects that are kind of in the middle, and 1 subject that you find pretty easy. This is such a smart way to make sure every subject gets the attention it deserves. And here's what that looks like in practice. You can see on this schedule, on Monday, we've paired a hard subject like math with an easier one like English. Then on Tuesday, maybe a medium one like chemistry with history. See what we're doing? You're balancing the load each day so you never feel totally overwhelmed. It's all about making sure the tough subjects get your focus without burning you out. Let's move on to step 3. Study smarter, not harder. A good schedule isn't just about blocking out time. It's about making that time really, really count. And we're going to do this using some proven scientific techniques that actually help you learn and remember information better. This brings us to a really powerful idea called the spacing effect. So what is it? Well, basically, your brain holds on to information much better when you study it in short sessions spread out over a few days or weeks, instead of cramming it all in one go. Every time you come back to a topic, you're telling your brain, hey, this is important. And that little bit of effort to recall the information is what makes the memory so much stronger. So let's just compare the two. Cramming, look, it might help you pass a small quiz tomorrow. We've all done it. But a week later, that information is gone. Poof. It's a very short-term solution. Spaced learning, on the other hand, builds deep, strong connections in your brain. And that is exactly what you need for the big final exams. So how can you do this in your daily schedule? Try the 50-10 method. It's so effective. For 50 minutes, you give one subject your 100% complete focus. And I mean it. Put your phone in another room, turn off all notifications, just you and your books. And then, after those 50 minutes are up, you stop. You have to take a 10-minute break. This part is just as important as the studying. Get up, walk around, stretch, get a glass of water. This little break helps your brain process everything you just learned and gets you ready for the next round. This is the secret to studying for long hours without getting exhausted. And that brings us to our final and maybe most important step. Step 4, make your plan stick. Because let's face it, a perfect plan is totally useless if it just stays on a piece of paper. So this is where we turn that schedule into a real, consistent habit. My absolute favorite way to do this is something I call the Sunday reset. Every Sunday, just take 10 minutes. That's it. First, quickly look back at last week. What went well? What didn't? Second, look ahead. What tests or assignments do you have coming up? And finally, make small adjustments to your schedule for the new week. This tiny ritual keeps your plan alive and flexible. And here is a super simple but powerful tip. Make your schedule visible. You know the saying, out of sight, out of mind? It's so true. So put your schedule somewhere you absolutely cannot avoid seeing it. Make it the wallpaper on your phone. Put it on a whiteboard. Stick a printed copy on the wall right in front of your study table. The more you see it, the more you'll follow it. And that really brings us to the main point of this whole explainer. If you take away just one thing today, let it be this. The goal here is not to create a perfect, rigid timetable that controls every minute of your day. No, the real goal is to build a simple, sustainable study habit that you can keep up for months and months. It's all about consistency, not perfection. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope these tips help you create a study plan that works for you, reduces your stress, and helps you get the results you want. If you found this useful, please do subscribe to Study Hub Sri Lanka and click that little bell icon so you don't miss our next videos. We'll meet again in the next part of our series. Until then, good luck with your studies.